Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I went and saw No Time to Die, the latest 007 James Bond adventure, in the cinema on Saturday, and I thought I would dump my thoughts and impressions on the film and of the franchise as a whole, all in one place, because I quite enjoyed it. Spoilers. In the background of this video is a 3-lap race around Monaco in all of the James Bond cars that I have available to me in Assetto Corsa. So we've got obviously the Aston Martin DB5, which I was driving. We've got the Lotus Esprit Turbo from For Your Eyes Only. We've got the Aston Martin V8 Vantage from The Living Daylights. We've got the Citroen 2CV from For Your Eyes Only as well. We've got the Ford Mustang Mach-1 from Diamonds Are Forever. We've got the BMW Z8 from The World Is Not Enough. We've got the Ferrari F355 from GoldenEye, which was driven by Xenia Onatopp. We've got the Aston Martin DBS from Casino Royale. And we've got the Jaguar CX-75, which was driven by one of the henchmen or bad guys in Spectre. So, what did I think of No Time to Die? I enjoyed it. I came out and I said to my friend who I went to the cinema with that it was my second favourite Daniel Craig Bond film after Casino Royale. Casino Royale, I think, is still one of the best Bond films, full stop, and it's easily my favourite Daniel Craig Bond film. I know Skyfall is a lot of people's favourites, and they have very high opinions of Skyfall. I enjoyed Skyfall, but I wasn't blown away by it. I didn't get all the hype and everything that other people felt for that film. And I think that falls partly on my feelings of the Daniel Craig era of Bond in general. And after I watched Spectre, I definitely had this opinion that they're just too serious. Now, I grew up as a child on the Roger Moore and Pierce Brosnan Bond films in particular. I did watch the Sean Connery ones, I did watch the Timothy Dalton ones, but I was 11 in 2006 when Casino Royale came out. So as a child, I was watching the camp Roger Moore films and the quite humorous Pierce Brosnan films most. The World Is Not Enough is still probably my favourite Bond film, and maybe we'll talk about why. But yeah, they had humour, and I really liked that balance between action and humour. And the Roger Moore ones, it was totally camp, and it was funny in its own way. The Pierce Brosnan ones had some great one-liners, which I absolutely love. But the Daniel Craig films are just so serious, and I know that was brought about by the Bourne films, and after 9/11 we were living in a very different world. But I want a bit of humour in my James Bond films. Not Austin Powers level of humour, but I definitely wanted something. And No Time to Die gave me that. It was serious, but it was also funny. Like, there were moments where I actually laughed, and there were definitely moments that made me smile, and I came out and I said I had a fun time. Now, to me, when I go to the cinema, I want to have a fun time. I don't want to be coming out of the cinema depressed and mopey and sad because of what I've just watched. I want to have a fun time. That, to me, is what the cinema is all about, and No Time to Die delivered on that. It also ticked the boxes for my nostalgia. There were lots of throwbacks to previous Bond films. They were quoting it. There were musical cues. If you've seen on Her Majesty's Secret Service, you will spot so many Easter eggs and parallels and plot points that are very, very similar indeed. The car is the same, for example, with the V8 with the DBS, the old original DBS. Talking about the score, Hans Zimmer. How do I word this? It's not really original. There are lots of parallels with The Dark Knight and other Hans Zimmer scores. There were also lots of cues and nods and winks to previous Bond themes, which every time they came on screen and I heard them, I was just like, yeah, I'm all for that. And I really enjoyed the score because of that. But if you look at it as a score as a whole, it definitely is lacking in comparison to some of the others. Personally, for me, David Arnold he writes the best Bond scores for me, but that's also because I grew up watching the Pierce Brosnan Bond films, and when I started to develop my love of film music, they were at the forefront, so I can understand people will have different opinions on that. Daniel Craig as Bond, absolutely fantastic. I thought he acted really well in this film. I thought the whole cast actually acted really, really well. The woman who is his contact in Cuba, I thought she was brilliant. I want to see more of her. I doubt we will in Bond, but I thought she was absolutely fantastic, and I want to see some other films that she was in. I thought she was funny and strong female character. I thought she was great. The gadgets and all of that stuff, I feel like Craig's films never really had the gadgets so much. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the film. I know this was a very short review, and it was just a dump of thoughts. We are coming up to the end of the third lap here. But yeah, I think if you haven't seen No Time to Die, definitely go and see it. And I think I'm going to end it by saying I'm really excited to see where the Bond franchise goes from here. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.